Hello everybody and welcome back to Survive the Nights. Weekly check-in. We'll have to come up with a name for that, won't we? Something appropriate. I've got something amazing to tell you about this game. Pre-alpha version. We know all that. Right, let's have a look at the servers then. We got history. That's the one I was on last time, wasn't it? Should we go back to that one? Yeah, I was right about these, by the way, guys. These are all private servers apart from these STN prefixed ones. Good morning, Fizzgog. Good morning, Advina. Good morning, Chewtoy. Good morning, Striped Pants. Hello, Danny Croon. Hello, Raspur. Hello, RC. Hello, Ezek. What's that? Just wondering how hard it is to find weapons. You played this game when it came out. Pretty hard, dude. There's, well, we're about to find out, mate. Yeah, guess how much these servers are? Just hazard a guess how much it is. Taking into account, say, a 7-day server is around a tenner a month, right? How much do you think a server for this costs? Right, let's go. I'll tell you what. Let's go back into this one. Press W to walk forward. I like it. Always handy to have some professional and advanced tips. Let's have a look. I wonder if we'll have the same characters. So the characters that we had would be... We died, didn't we? Because I just let go of the Steam controller last week. So we would have died. But we did find that day one. Oh, look, there's a building over. Oh, we know what that is. That's that, like, really crazy power station. There's loads of loot in there. The problem is that we only got in there last time because that was on the day of release, wasn't it? We could use the crouch thing, couldn't we? But the zombies ain't going to fall for that this time, are they? Now, what? Let's go through our heads. What did we learn last time? We can get wood, can't we? Can we get stones? Is there any way to get stones? No. But presumably wood from like the fallen logs and things, yeah? Did everybody have a nice Saturday? What did you all get up to? Ah, look. Oh. Did we get anything? No items found nearby. No, so you can't get wood from the actual trees. So we're gonna have to get them from the fallen logs, aren't we? All right, let's see if we can actually get something done then. Right, I can see it. Right, we're gonna get some wood from over there. Look, at least we can say we achieved what we achieved last week then, right? What do you mean? Are they running the same scam as DayZ? What's the scam with DayZ? I didn't know there was a DayZ scam. DayZ's a perfectly functioning game, isn't it? DayZ's a very popular game as far as I know, isn't it, Chewtoy? $1 per slot, minimum 30 slots, $30, mate. $30 a month for this. And it can only be done through allgamers.net, which is basically their mate. and the reason that it's $30 is apparently because this game is so early access, it's got really, really, really high server costs to run it. I shall say no more. Yes, we have to pay $30 for a private server for a pre-alpha game. Because it's not very well optimized, so it's got very high performance overheads apparently. You don't have to buy a server there. You can come and play on one of these, and I'm sure lots of the private servers are probably not that private. They're probably accessible to the public, aren't they? Yeah, I remember that up there. So let's see if we can get over there. I mean, it's a point of interest. We're going to die horribly though, and this is the issue with the game at the minute, isn't it? Is we don't have any way to get, you know, should we go for that little house over there first? We don't have any way to get started, do we? The game almost is fundamentally a bit strange. I can't even like sharpen a stick or, you know, have a branch to club a zombie in the head with. I'm literally at the mercy of trying to find a house, because that's the only things that you can really loot. So whether it be a house or a campsite, but of course they tend to have zombies in and around them in the daytime. So let's go and have a look. What do you mean? DayZ made tons of server hosts. Yeah, well, I got no problem with that. What was the scam then? I don't understand that. What was the issue? Were they charging a lot for DayZ servers or something? So you know, like a grossly inflated cost, or? I've got no issues with them going through, you know, their own server hosting company, if you like. Probably like a shadow company or something, isn't it? It's set up by one of their... Well, it's someone they know. I mean, I don't know whether it's a friend. It's all based in the UK, though, isn't it? But I think it is anyway. But they only have servers in Australia, the US, and the Netherlands. Physically based, anyway. It's very tiny. Should we go and see if we can fill up our water jar? Any tips on finding a weapon? No, nothing, Rasper. No, I literally, the only way to find a weapon is to go and loot things like this building here. Which luckily doesn't seem to actually have a zombie in it. Which is a really good start. Hold E to search for water. Container seems to be empty. No, gutted, bro. There is a well around here, look. Hold E to open. So we'd have to find an extension cord to put in there. E to search for water. Dirty water taken. How do we access the inventory? So if we go to... Oh god, how do you do crafting? Create. So... we add the water tablets, add the water bottle, and create. There you go, we've just crafted something. There you go. That's as much as we managed last week. It's also about to get dark, so we are basically screwed. Let's get inside as quick as we can. That's rather unfortunate, because it literally means we're going to be stuck in here with nothing to do all night. Let's check this box. Anybody left us any loot? No. God damn it. Getting dark. Can't see squat. How do we... There's the wind up light. How do I get that out? There we go. Well, it's night time, we're in a house, so that's a better start than last week. As long as we're very, very quiet. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with DayZ then, Chutoy, to be honest, mate. I mean, like I said, I've got no issues with them, like trying to make money from server hosting. I mean, I suppose that it makes sense. I suppose it's bad for us as gamers though, because they can set the price if they're not letting other server hosts do it. Do you know what I mean? So if it's only them, then they can set whatever they want, $30, $40, $50, can't they? Whereas if they just make the I suppose the server settings available to everybody else, but at least there's a bit of competition in the market, isn't there? Jesus Christ, I thought it was a zombie. That was a really delayed. There's like nothing in any of the cupboards. What the hell? So I'm trying to keep a listen out for a zombie, guys. Ah, there we go, look. So radiator fan, crackers and some tin food. So we'll take all of that. I'm going to lose 10 health straight away, aren't I? So tomorrow morning I will be straight away 90 health because I've joined the server like before I've had a chance to loot. So again, that doesn't really make sense either, does it, unfortunately? Powdered milk. There's no way I'm going to be able to eat enough to fend off that 10. Does it give you a description? Cal's proportion 100. Uncooked ravioli 150. So it's a lot of calories to get in a day, isn't it? I mean, I'm not saying it's not realistic, but especially if you're out and about, super active, scavenging around in a zombie sort of apocalypse. But actually getting that amount of food is not easy, mate. What we really want is a hatchet, don't we? I looted all of these. It doesn't have a burger helper. What the hell's a burger helper? Boxed pasta. Well, we got a can opener though, so at least we have actually got a can opener. That's interesting. Let's go to create. Canned cat feed. Let's come back to this. Canned cat feed. No, can't do that. Canned cat feed. Required to eat. So you do actually have to have the can opener to open it. So that's kind of cool. We get an empty can back. So there you go. Something we didn't know about, right? What's that? They spent more time on hives and cluster than they did on game code. Did they really? What's that? They were basically just making lots and lots of money from the server hosting. Sure, I'm sure there's one of these I haven't opened. Here we go. So we've got some mushrooms, a control panel. A large commercial generator control panel that can be attached to a commercial generator. So that's probably quite good. The problem is I haven't got anything to defend myself, have I? Can you hear something? Is it just me, or can you hear something wandering around? But it's 7 days. I know the sounds in this game. I'm not so tuned into it all. And I wonder if they're attracted by light as well, or if it's only noise, or are they even attracted by anything? I mean, who knows? I think just heard something there. Nothing in there. So there is water in the toilet. Thinking, God damn it. And that's it. That's all I can do now, guys. There's literally nothing else I can do. You're right, Bob. How you doing? No, Papa. Sorry, to answer your question about the vehicles. No. That whole video on Steam doesn't exist, as far as I'm aware, mate. I still firmly believe that is concept video and not actual running live engine footage, to be honest. Apparently, this game's been around for around the 4-year mark. Apparently, they scrapped about a year's worth of development when they switched in February 3 years ago. So 3 years ago, they started building this in whatever Unity engine they're using now. Is it 5? So what we're seeing is 3 years worth of work, but you can't really dismiss the previous 6 months or whatever it was. I mean, it's not like the Fun Pimps had to start all over again when they went from Unity 3 to 5 themselves, right? Yeah, that's what they're doing here, Cheetoy. Yeah. You can't. Yeah, you basically allgamer.net is the only place that you can get a server for this game, and it's $30. There is nowhere else to get it.
Coffee break! It's about time.
You alright, Rekka? How you doing, mate? Oh, we just do a weekly check, Rekka. We just do a weekly check-in, mate. Every Sunday, I'm just going to spend a quick hour on it, Rekka. How you doing, man? I've not seen you for a while. How's Sasha doing, dude? Yeah, I literally, I just want to keep my hand in on it, you know? I just want to see what... Because we played for about 45 minutes last week, Rekka, and we actually did okay-ish. You know, there is stuff to loot now, but the problem is, it's still... There's nothing that I can do, because I can't really defend myself. Basically, the issue with the game... at the minute, and this is almost why I feel that there's more going on than they would like to let on. Ask yourselves this question, right? What is the purpose of this pre-alpha? You know, forget everything you think you know, but what is the purpose of this pre-alpha? You've got to assume it's here in order for us to try and feed back bugs and, you know, let them know, oh, look, that's an axe handle. That's a really good start. Yeah, you've got to assume it's them offering us an opportunity to, so I can save there, look, to feedback on current issues, current problems with the game, right? The problem with that is, and the reason that that doesn't make sense to me, is if that's the case, why aren't they starting us off with something that at least enables us to get into the game? At the minute, there is no content, you know, of their own admission, there really isn't anything to do, really. You can look around, you can visit the places, you know, you can build a lock. I think you can make a campfire, you could probably cook some basic food. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else to do in the game. You can't board up windows or build anything else. It's incredibly simplistic. So in other words, if we're supposed to be here providing feedback on glitches, areas, for example, that might be really laggy, or talking about zombie AI, or talking about, you know, loot containers that don't have loot, which was one of the big things we fed back to, actually connecting to servers and server listings not working, well, whatever it is going to be, they really need to let us start off with something. Because I can play for an hour, as could a new player, but there's nothing you can do, because you are purely at the mercy of random gen. You're right, Advina, how you doing, mate? It's, if I haven't got a gun, then I can't really defend my, you know, the zombies kind of run at basically almost exactly the same speed as you do. I think you're just a little bit faster. Wouldn't it make more sense if they actually kind of gave us, I don't know, like a gun to start with, so at least we can get into the game to explore it, right? You're right, Fist. Morning, how you doing, fella? The White Knights for this game are really bad, but the truth is devs don't seem to really know what they're doing. It's a very, very inhospitable community, unfortunately. It's you aren't given an opportunity to discuss it constructively, if it's constructively negative. So, you know, the kind of sort of chat I'm having here now wouldn't be met with very much positivity, or well, not positivity. It wouldn't be met with anything other than wailing of the banshees. Whoa, it's pre-alpha. Whoa, how dare you judge it? What I'm saying is, for whatever reasons, whether you agree that it should even be on the Steam store page, whether or not you believe that is concept footage that's a positive video, my question is if you want us to give feedback, like, there's literally nothing I can do right now. There is nothing I can do, unless somebody can tell me there is. But if I go outside, I'm going to get attacked by zombies. So it's almost like, well, how can I offer feedback if like 90% of my game time is going to be sitting here doing nothing? It's just really strange. I just don't understand what we're trying to do as a player base for them. You know, how can we help? I just don't see how we can. I can't do anything, so I can't offer any feedback on anything. If I'd got a gun, I could whip out. We could go and shoot a couple of zombies. You know, we could test out, you know, what it's like traveling around at night. But instead, I'm going to have to get into a building in the morning if we can, and see if we can get a pistol, or whatever we get. The main objective today is to try and light a fire. I'd like to see what we can actually do in the game. I think we can do locks now. So if you saw on the door, there is like a silhouette of a lock. Yeah, up there, look. So you need a hasp and staple, some screws, a combination lock, and a crosshead screwdriver. See, it just sounds, it's a lot to get in it when you're playing with RNG. I mean, you know, in any other game that would be a fantastic feature, but what you'd actually have is you'd have a forge, and you'd make some screws and a hasp and staple in there, wouldn't you? In this, the only way I can offer feedback on the locking mechanism is if I'm lucky enough to find a hasp and staple, some screws, a combination lock, and a crosshead screwdriver. But the chances of me, one, finding it because of RNG, two, ever making it back here or to another building with that stuff, it's pretty remote. It's pretty remote. What have you been playing, Fister? You still playing your Windward one? Did you play it yesterday? Would you get banned from the Discord? Yeah, you would. Yeah, there's been a lot of bannings on Discord. Yeah. You can do something, Grum. You can uninstall it and pretend it never happened. And the zombies still... Yes, they are. They're exactly the same zombies, Wrecker. Yeah. Yeah, they are. You're right, Grabbies. Hello, Bob. Hello, Trough. What's that, Grabbies? This is a baddie game. What do you mean by a baddie game, mate? Have a quick look out. I don't think it's going to be that long till daylight, so then hopefully we'll try and get up to that power station. The problem is we know the power station is crawling with zombies. It's a really good place to get loot at. And again, that's part of the problem, isn't it? Why don't they start us, you know, all right, but by all means don't give us a gun, but maybe give us something that we can at least engage the zombies with. It's almost like they've made it so you have to play the game for quite a long time to actually see anything, but without making it in any way, shape or form fun. Does that make sense? Why? The question is if they want feedback, why don't they start us every time you spawn in? Give you I don't know. What would you say? A club, a cricket bat, you know, a baseball bat, whatever. Just something so you can at least protect yourself. I mean, obviously, when the game releases proper, you know, they can take that back, but you've got to be flexible with what you're giving your player base if you want the player base to actually experience it. It's almost like they're saying, "Let's pre-alpha, we don't want you to play it." In which case, fine, we won't play it, but you know, tell us that's the case. Got a heavy Corvette now, have you? Nice. I need to finish off that abandoned ship. You're right, Hopkins. How's things, mate? Yeah, nice to see you on Discord, fella. Nice to see you, mate. Yeah, I really am just confused as to what they what their expectations of us are now. I mean, it released in December, right? Is that correct? Pretty sure it was December, and from what I can tell, nothing's changed. Other than the things that were basically completely broken. So we do now have some loot in containers. But that is the only thing that's changed. Realistically, I'm sure there's been like little bug fixes here and there, but in terms of content. So in terms of actually having something to do in the game, I don't think there's anything else. It's one of those games where they'll put a bullet point. You can now do locks. It's not really worthy of a bullet point, is it? And I still don't understand the zombie situation. Why have we got these really bad zombies when this stuff is available on the Unity store for you to use? Is there something I'm missing there? You know, let's say a zombie pack is like £500. From what I understand, it's nowhere near that amount of money. But why? You know, they've had a lot of cash for this. I mean, Christ almighty, the amount of money they're probably making just on the server costs at $30 a pop. You could afford a zombie pack, right? Or is it just not that simple? I don't know. So many questions. Yeah, it's 3 years on this engine, Fist. So it was February 2000. Well, 3 years ago. We were in February, aren't we? Yeah, 25th of Feb. So the game on this engine has now been in use for the last 3 years. But the Kickstarter was a little bit before that, wasn't it? Or was it? I think it was about 6 months before. Because wasn't it like the August of the year before? Or something like that when I figured out when I'd handed my cash over. But either way, it's over 3 years worth of development now, isn't it? And that's the question that I think we have as a player base more than anything is, we understand it's pre-alpha. We understand that there's a lot of things to come. And I was saying before Christmas, it will be interesting what happens in the first 8 weeks of 2018. I think I actually said 3 months, didn't I? So 12 weeks plus. It will give us a flavour for truly how much we're going to see of this game. Because they can't live forever, can they? Unless they've changed their tune. From what I understand, the whole point in this was that the Kickstarter was essentially funding them to make a game, and they were going to be working on that game full time. The five individuals. So that money now is presumably gone. So have they gone back to work in real life jobs and doing this as a hobby now? Or are they still doing it full time? If they're still doing it full time, we've seen this, it's taken them 3 years to get here. We've had another 2 months now since it released as a pre-alpha. And in those 2 months, I haven't actually really seen anything added to the game. So at what point do we start thinking what's going on? I mean, in 6 months' time? In 12 months' time? At what point? Either they've gone back and got real jobs, because they've presumably got mortgages and families and whatever, they've got to pay bills, right? So what's going on at the minute? Are they still working full-time on it? Does anyone know if they ever mentioned that? Are you looking forward to this game a bit more now they're patching it? But they're not patching it, though, Raspa. Well, what have you seen that's been patched that actually adds any content to the game? They keep copy-pasting this thing about that. Before they do anything, they're working on optimization. But... well, no, stability. Sorry, no, stability is the word they keep using, isn't it? Stability is the buzzword of what they're currently working on. Well, it seems to be working, right? So at what point are we going to start seeing anything new added to it? 3 years is an awfully long time to have this as the final product, isn't it? In my opinion. I don't know at what point the zombies wake up, but the sun is coming up, isn't it? Get out of there. What is this? Is it just a bird? Easy to open. Haven't I got a... oh, so we had a control panel, didn't we? But that was for... oh, what happened to that control panel we had? What the hell? Oh, all, sorry. Got the axe handle. So we need the axe. If we can get the axe head, we can actually start making some. We can actually. Oh, firewood. Oh no, yeah. We need day 2. We survived the night. And look, so we've already lost wellness because we didn't have enough food to sustain us. It's a very broken system fundamentally, because it's not asking you to eat regularly. Essentially, there's no point in me having eaten. I got food, but there was no point in me eating it because I couldn't have dinged to the 2,000 calories that I needed. If that makes sense. So all it's doing is forcing you to stockpile food until you have 1,800 calories, then eating it all in one go and hoping that that's going to solve that day's problem. Very, very fundamentally broken system. It just makes no sense at all. If you're going to go with a calorific intake per day, you can't just have it as a magical 7 o'clock in the morning. If you've not had 2,000 calories in the 24 hours beforehand, you just lose health. It's so flawed from a gameplay mechanics perspective. It's ludicrous. But I'm not worried about that. Now that's the kind of things that can get changed, and that's the sort of things we can give feedback on. But right now, and the other thing is, I mean, considering everything that's going on, right? It's not performing particularly well either. There's like hot spots around the map And the map's just too big and empty. You know, there is literally no point in advertising. I don't know what it's advertised as, but let's just say 20 square kilometres. There is no point advertising 20 square kilometres of map when there is literally nothing in, like 95% of it. Because it does, you know, one of my most hated buzzwords on the internet is walking simulator. But this literally is a walking simulator. Because there's nothing else to do. You might as well just be walking the dog, mightn't you? Now again, you can say, yeah, but things will get added. So again, you know, I'm willing to say, yeah, well, fair enough. But when? You know, 3 years to get to this. When are we going to start seeing the world fleshed out a little bit, you know? The only recent patch I read looked like they did a lot. You'd have to dig it out and tell me what you... See, this is part of the problem, Rasper. I've seen some of these somewhat fanboyish posts about this game. And they'll literally bullet point things that are just almost ludicrous, dude. You know, I'm sure, for example, like the fun pimps that don't itemize and bullet point every single time they tweak a line of XML code, you know? It's almost like they're desperately trying to show evidence of updates by bullet pointing things that are almost borderline ludicrous. You know, added tooltip, press W to walk forwards, equivalent, you know what I mean? And we know there's quite a lot of zombies, so you can't even open these or anything like. And it's so repetitive as well. There's a lot of these, the debris that is, it's just rinse repeated all over the map. There's almost like no uniqueness to any of it. I think there was a door around here, right? Oh no, that's kind of weird. Oh, it's on that side, sorry. You've already got the RAM, have you, Raz? But you stopped because I spent 2 hours getting no. Oh, here a Z. That a Z? Did we just hear that? Go up a level and see what happens. Should we start? Should we crouch or? You can actually hear him, can't you? Right, let's see. We're going to see a zombie in here, aren't we? Sound like monkeys, don't they? So, See, I don't think there's anything you can do with any of this. Try and get into that. One of the rooms has got like a... Does it make noise if you go over these? I don't think it even does that, does it? Kind of struggling to pinpoint where the sound's coming from. It just feels like it's just coming from everywhere. How much noise did that just make? Oh shit. A lot of noise. Oh, for God's sake. You see what I mean? So straight away now I'm kind of screwed. Because I'm going to have to run away. So now I can't search the loot. Because I've got nothing to kill him with, you see. So again, my question is, if you want us to offer you some feedback, give us a fighting chance, you know. I mean, any other sort of survival game out there, you know, you always get something, don't you, really early on. It might be a wooden club, it might be, you know, whatever. Let me throw a tin of baked beans at his head or something, you know. Oh my God, just look at this. I tell you what, I mean, I know, oh my God, it's just absolutely freaking atrocious, isn't it? I mean, it's not even funny, that, is it? I mean, look at that. I swear, I don't know much about bloody animations, but I'm pretty freaking sure, given 3 years, I could come up with something better than that. That's not even funny, is it? That is just. In fact, I'm going to go back because sometimes when I start the game, but sometimes I don't actually believe that my memory of it is as bad as it possibly is. Freaking Jesus H. Freaking Christ! What the fudge bollocks is that supposed to be? I think a college school kid working with some sort of basic animation thing on the internet could come up about that. Is that for real? Is that really real? Am I really seeing that? I mean, what the hell, bro? What even is it? I mean, is it like some sort of like baked potato or something? Like we've got some sort of legs. It's like one of them like potato spudmen things, that one, isn't it? It's just shocking. And I swear to God, if anyone says the word placeholder, I don't get it. I don't get why this game even exists. What am I even supposed to do with it? So bad. That is just so bad. Is anyone in chat like work, you know, programming wise? Is there any reason, like, seriously, why, like, we couldn't like chip in and like send them a couple of quid, so they can put some proper zombies in the game? Like I said, I'm pretty sure Unity works on the simple basis that, for example, I bet they probably haven't even modelled this. It's probably a Unity asset off the store, right, or something like that. Who knows? Maybe they did. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure you go on the Unity store, you can find a 3D crate, right? And then you just plug it into your game. All you need to do is add the, I'm guessing, the collision detection, etc. Scale it so you know it's the right size for your game. Blah 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 blah. I'm sure it's not that complicated, is it? Can you not do the same things with zombies? Or just like buy a zombie pack and put them in? I mean, what were they thinking with that? I mean, seriously? What really worries me is someone's actually spent developer time on this. Someone on the team has made them, right? Because let's be honest, that has not been bought off the Unity store. If it has, then Jesus Christ, I'm going to start making stuff in the Unity store because I will be raking it. That's the bit I don't really get, you see. What you know, why work on placeholder crap that is that bad? Oh Jesus, we're gonna have a problem. It's actually quite tense, you know. The premise of the game, you can sort of dig it, can't you? You know, it's a big open world. You know, it looks alright. It's passable, isn't it? You know. The environments are alright, you know. I'm not sitting here going, God damn, that looks like crap. You know, it might not perform particularly brilliantly, but you know, the optimization and things we can worry about later. But why have these things in it? Why have these zombies? They're not even. I can't even call them zombies. They're not worthy of the name zombie, are they? These lurching pieces of potato. I don't get it. If you're trying, I just don't get it. It's pointless talking about it. Did we get the fire going? We didn't. No, not yet. I'm trying to find something to loot, mate. But this place is just swarming, and we're running out of daylight, mate. So I don't think there's anything up here, is there? What's that trough? You're right, Ragnar. Don't think that's an asset. It's pretty bad. You're right, Tex. How you doing, mate? I see what you're doing. Sorry, Tex. I got lost in my own thoughts for a minute, mate. How you doing, fella? You had a nice weekend, mate? Mocap, did they tie a few sticks together? But probably got one of their dogs, right? I just don't understand. Why am I walking so slow? What the hell? That was weird. It's just huge and empty, isn't it? It's just void of anything that. But again, you know, that can get added. I'm sure that, you know. Let's go and see if we. This is not a good place to be, is it? I seem to recall there was one area with like a load of crates, but I'm bugged if I know where it was. Let's go and see if we can. See, if they had some half decent looking zombies in it, I think you'd be more inclined to. I'll never forget the post. There's got to be more to this game, right? As well, because I actually did some digging around, and the person that posted it didn't look like a troll account, but someone actually was talking on Steam and on social media, Twitter accounts, saying about how great the zombies were, how like scary they were and everything. And I literally read it. I thought, that's got to be a troll, mate. That's got to be someone having a bit of a bit of a giggle, right? But it's not. There's actually people out there, praising these zombies. Some of these I can loot, I think. Can't find it. Well, there's just no point, is there? Because there's just nothing I can do, guys. I'm literally in the same situation I was last time. I'm just running around in circles because you can't loot anything because there's zombies everywhere. You can't. I mean, I know I could creep in, but you know what I mean? I don't know if I've got the will to live to do that, to be honest. You're right, Callie. How you doing, mate? You're right, Zillithur. The music, Zillithur. Yeah, and again, I mean, to be honest, that's the kind of stuff I suppose we could feed back on and all the rest of it, but I feel like I'd be feeding back on things that they got bigger fish to fry right now, ain't they? You know what I mean? I mean, what the hell is that, bro? I mean, good lord, sir. That's taken 3 years to come up with that. Oh, it's brilliant, sir. No, it's really good, mate. I've done wonders with it, I'll tell you. Ah, shit. Shit, I thought I'd managed to get him out of there. This feature is still in development. Oh, there's a surprise. Shit, I went the wrong way. Here they come, Grub. Here they come, brah. Well, let's see if we can actually find something to loot down here. I go sleep. Oh, balls. God. Look at that freaking thing. Stop it, man. Just stop it. Good God. I lost him. What's that silly thought? The game is missing the game part. Well, this is the problem, isn't it? I don't know what. $19.99 run animation. You're taking the piss in you, mate. I'm pretty sure there were games in 1999 that had a lot better animation than that, fella. You're right, Mojo. You're right, no pull out. See, the other thing that doesn't add up, right? And I mean this really just doesn't add up. Did you have a nice evening, Zar? Did you go to the circus? If that video on the Steam page is an honest representation of a working build, so got the vehicle there, they'd got the killing the deer, cooking it up, all that kind of stuff, all those traps firing off, and weapons working, like, I mean the weapons are in. But if that video's that whole video just looks like something that is so well polished compared to this, doesn't it? It doesn't marry up, does it? It doesn't So something's just not, you know, it's like 2 and 2 and coming up with like 58. I could understand it if we'd got a lot more feature-rich stuff in this, but we're 2 months down since the pre-alpha first released, and we still haven't actually seen really anything from that Steam page video. And yet they're pretty adamant that that is actually a working build that they've got in-house, but it's a bit too buggy to release to us, I think is the official stance on that. And I'm not digging it. You right, Captain L? How you doing? Hello, Feathers. Literally the animation of a dude who's pooped his pants and he's running for more toilet paper. You're not far wrong there, are you, mate? It's like the same things, isn't it? Just over and over. A lamp, a car door, and a couple of metal girders. Let's go and try and find another point of interest before it gets too dark. Let's go and get some high ground. What's that? You're right, Cossack. Zara actually cracked a smile. Get out of here. Get out of here. He wouldn't let me down like that, Feathers. Yeah, right, let's see if we can find another house. Just gonna have a look at the waterfalls. I don't think I've seen the waterfalls. Oh, map of SD, thank you very much for the resub, dude. Thank you very much, bro. That's quite nice up there, look. Let's get some sub-loving chat for map of SD. Thank you very much, sir. Do appreciate the sub, mate. Thank you. Let's go and have a look at the waterfall. Thanks, map. What? He did, and he laughed, and he even clapped. You sure it wasn't one of those clever claps? You know what he's like. Was it? You don't think it was a sarcastic clap? I don't know. I'm not sure here, Feathers. I'd have to see video footage and watch it frame by frame. There'd be a telltale grimace or smirk or a twitch of the eye or something, Feathers. He wouldn't let me down like that. Did he clap like a sea lion? Yeah, see, it looks quite nice down there, doesn't it? It's just a shame you can't swim, right? Oh dear. It's got beautiful water. Yeah, let's go and check it out. You can't, mate. You drown. Can't swim. What, really? See what you did there now, Mojo. Survived the poops because of the animations. How's the SSD on your stream PC? Well, let me put it this way, mate. I booted it up this morning and it booted up perfectly okay. So I didn't get any disk read errors or anything like that. It just booted up like it normally does, mate. So I've got a little slot later where I'm going to ready. I was hoping to get some stuff done yesterday, take some backups and use that Samsung Magician and everything, but I didn't get a chance in the end, mate. So hopefully later after today's stream I'll make sure we've got some backups and see what I can find out. But thanks for asking, Cossack. Now I'll let you know, dude. Fingers crossed, right? See, I thought it might be partially an error with the sound transmitter. I mean, it wouldn't have made a lot of sense, but do you think that's where we just came from? We're gonna have a quick look. Let's see how falling works. Is the fall damage in the game? Can't remember if we checked that out. Obviously, Zar sent a clone. He was temporarily taken over by a hostile alien. Yeah, we've already been there, haven't we? God damn it. Let's follow the road. Let's see how far we can go with the road. Well, should we go up to the top of that? Let's go up there and let's see if we can see what's over the other side. Well, I'm glad you had a nice time, Feathers, anyway. And Juzar. Sounds like what was it? Was it just a complete fluke? Because you went and saw the great what was it? The Last Showman or something? That's kind of cool. Cool movie and a cool, cool circus. Find a bus stop for a compass and map. Is that what? Is that for real? Cossack. Let me get my breath back. He's knackered, isn't he? Shall we drink? That's nice. So how come they can do that? But they've got these stupid ass zombies. How come I can't eat a cracker? Apparently I can't eat crackers. What? Granola bar. Oh, great. So apparently I can't eat any of the food that I've got according to this. Right, so there you go. There's that completely broken as well. Am I doing something wrong, guys? Eat. Yeah, just eat, right? Did he eat that? Interaction? What did it say? Interaction? There we go. So I like that. That's kind of cool. It's nice. It's kind of cool. Works. Don't know what I just ate. How can I can't eat a bloody granola bar then? Instant oat. Oh, is he just eating the granola bar now? What the hell's going on? Mushrooms and cupcakes. Eat. Yeah, ate that then, look. Crackers. Eat. That suddenly started working for some reason. Kind of cool. You eat a salty cracker and your hydration's lowered. It all makes sense. And, you know, some nice little touches with the animations. You know, you get the tin of canned food. Actually open it and everything. You know, I like that. It's pretty cool, right? Trying to, Pabri just wouldn't let me click it, dude. You're right, evil. Oh, you didn't say. Oh, right. Sorry, Zar. Makes me wonder what the objective is with the game as well, because I mean, what is the purpose long term? Because a lot of the stuff that I was interested in this game was actually like building your own fortifications. But does anyone? I'm sure I read that was completely removed. You're not going to be able to come up here like you could in pretty much any other survival game and put, you know, chop some trees down. And put a foundation in, build some walls. They've decided they're not doing that, right? Have I read that right, or was that just lost in translation on their Discord and forums? Because all you can do now is fortify buildings. You can't even do that yet, anyway. But have they removed the build anywhere option? Has that been scrapped from the development plan? No, I found it, Chivalry. No, I found the can. If I hadn't found the can opener, Chivalry, I wouldn't have been able to eat the food, you see. So no, that's not right. It's really, really slow, guys. Like really, you know, when you click it, it takes forever for it to register. It's like a good 1.5 seconds before you see anything after I've clicked it. It's really strange. I think that's what was throwing me off. So they've definitely removed free place building. So again, it just makes me think, what is the purpose of this game? Because it would make sense if it was build anywhere and do anything. You can sort of see like the fun side of it, you know. I could come over here and I could start making a base that overlooked the water. I could go on daily scavenge, and it would be, you know, it would be a game based on how long can I survive for. You know, meet up other people on the server, and maybe work together to try and get a car up and running so we can go for, you know, speed up travel so we can go and hit towns quickly. But if I can't build anywhere, then kind of what's the point? You're just going to be stuck in a little prefab, aren't you? I don't... It doesn't sound like... I'm pretty sure that's not what I signed up for. You right, Nirja? No, we're just doing our little Sunday morning playthrough, Nirja. How long have we been on, guys? And we've actually been on for an hour. I'm going to find one more POI if I can, and then we'll probably call it and start 7 days, because there still isn't really anything here, is there? Let's go and check this bus stop out then. What's that cost? The build anywhere is supposed to be the RVs. That's a bit cheeky, isn't it? Christ, if they can't get those, I mean, imagine vehicles. I mean, that's going to be a long time away, right? Find a map. Okay, brilliant. Use a compass to show your position on the map. How do I get the map out? Map. Fantastic. So that's new. So I like that. In fact, that's nice. You know, fair play to them. That's nice. Now, the power station... Oh, prison. How the hell would you get to the prison, then? Have to get... Do you think you'd have to make a boat? So the map's lovely. I mean, I really like that. An airport as well, though. Scratching the back of his hand. Old Town, Mount Barron, Union Point. What are those little yellow things then? Oh, so that's obviously that's the. I don't know which direction we were going in. Quite cool though. I'm actually quite impressed with that. It gives me a sense of sort of scale, I suppose. Yeah, it's interesting sort of thought. You can tell the game is very much built around that having a vehicle, isn't it? Because it's so it's so sort of empty, isn't it? You know. And then that's why I'm surprised, you see, because I thought that almost that was the reason it was so empty, was that. You know, I mean, imagine. I mean, I'd love it. You know, imagine someone living just down there, and somebody else living just up there, and somebody else living down here, and doing a spot of fishing and surviving and having neighbours. But if all you can do is take over a POI, it just seems a little bit. It seems a bit bland in this day and age, doesn't it? Not having a build anywhere option. You know, you could have little settlements, couldn't you? Yeah, we could come and build like a little shack. It might take us like a week to build it, but then we've got like a staging ground to go and hit the towns. Right, so we should in theory be able to figure out where we are, right? In theory. What did it say behind? Hang on, let me just have a look. Union Point and Old Town. So Union Point up there. Where's Old Town? You see Old Town? Oh, there's Old... Oh, my God. What the hell? Union Point's that way and Old Town's that way. Jesus Christ, where am I then? Jesus Christ, I mean, you couldn't have two places more. You got to think, are we around here then, maybe? Or here, perhaps? Is there a river? Not sure. Well, we want it. Well, I suppose we want to head towards Old Town, don't we? Back that way was Sage Creek. So let's have a quick look. Union Point, Old Town. Sage Creek. So that must be Sage Creek. Old Town left. Old Town's a long way away, mate. It would be easy to get to Sage Creek, wouldn't it? Should we head back down the road? Go the other way? What's that? Why do I feel like you're 3'6"? What, in the game? No, I'm not getting that, dude. No, I don't feel that playing it, mate. Are you right, Pimp Assassin? It's still the same, Nurja. Yeah, nothing's really changed. It's just that we've had a bit of a better start, I suppose. Is it me who just noticed a similarity with that map and PUBG? Really? Well, you can't blame this, mate, because I think this has been in the making for a lot longer than PUBG. So this definitely had that map way before PUBG did. What's that, Midnight? You think it would make more sense to give us a version that matched the video to back their word up? Yeah. I suppose from their point of view, it's like, well, look, if you don't believe us, you don't believe us. Tough titty. But that Steam video, it just looks like something that is so far further down the development line than this is. Something just rings untrue with it. You're right, Lacom. You're liking it, Feathers, yeah. Gonna get dark soon. We can get to a town and log out. That'd be really good, because then next week we can carry straight on with it, can't we? Oh, sorry, Sognosis. No, not seen anybody else, mate. Sorry, Sognosis. How you doing, mate? Nice weekend? No, I've not seen any other players at the minute. I mean, I have seen other players playing it, though. You know, when I played it when it first released in December, I think Gloom joined me, didn't he? Didn't somebody else join me as well? It was Gloom and I think Arican tried to find me, but he got lost, didn't he? Or got eaten. Yeah, I know how to do it, Cossack. Yeah, we just need to find somewhere, don't we? I have to say the character models are really bad as well. They're that kind of bored, because when we saw Gloom, you know, as a player, they're that kind of like see. I don't mind the player character. It's not as bad as the zombies. It's serviceable. You know, if you want to crack on with the game, you just need to get a model into the game. You know, so be it. But I mean, you know, I can't see myself or anything. There are some hilarious jumping animations. But he's definitely nowhere near as bad as the zombies. Oh, we got a new car, Psygnosis. Nice one, dude. You get the feeling that they can get it working for single player, as at no point were there any other players, which would mean it's not working for server multiplayer. Don't know, mate. Don't know. I mean, all the stress tests had, you know, they were all multiplayer servers, mate. So it's always been built with multiplayer in mind. It's never ever been a single player only game. But there were a lot of problems, Midnight, with client and server sync issues, for example, with loots, etc., which has now been, well, by looks of it, fixed. So yeah, that's good. See, I like this. You know, you see the car crash through the fence. Little things like that just give it that little sense of life. But you know, hopefully, you know, we'll be able to come up to this and maybe loot some parts out of it, or maybe someone's already been here. We're going to die horribly because we're not going to get into town in time. Oh, it's another lost. And we got some nice gear as well now. Well, we got a map. I've just been waiting for you to click, Feathers. I've been sitting there proper chuckling to myself, thinking, Does Feathers think we're playing 7 Days to Die? I'm going to stay quiet and just see how deep down the rabbit hole she's going to go. You bloody knobber! It's that bloody circus, mate. It's fried your brains. Oh my god, we're coming all the way back round to the bloody power station. What the hell? It definitely said this was the way to the bloody Sage. Oh yeah, because yeah, that's right then. We're about halfway there. Well, we're not even halfway there. I can see the town, look. You can actually see it in the distance. I don't know if you can on stream, but I can. Gutted, mate. We're never going to make it, are we? We're never going to make it, bruh. This dude's just like knackered as well. What we got food-wise? See how slow it is? I should have shouted out when I clicked, shouldn't I? Got anything else I can eat? Really? Later mushroom. So 1, 2, 3, click. Oh, that was straight away, to be fair. So anything with the animations straight away. It's just if it's not an animated one. Pressing W, it does, yes, mate. Pressing W does indeed. I can confirm that is a feature that is fully functioning. Pressing W does move you forward. How you doing, Divine? How you doing, Divine? Happy Sunday. Yeah, we're going to die horribly, aren't we? Truly horribly. You see, the only way I can survive now is probably to just go and sit on a rock down there for the night. If I don't... Here's a question, right? So something I wasn't totally sure about. If I leave the game now, right? What happens to my character? So in other words, I know that if I save on a bed, when I spawn back into the game, presumably it saves my inventory. I would have thought so. And it saves my location. I come back into the game and off I go, right? What happens if you just simply quit the game? What happens then? Does anyone know? For example, what I'm saying is, do I when I log back in the next time, do I still log in with this character, or do I start with an empty inventory, etc. In other words, if I don't save the game at a bed, do I lose everything? If that makes sense. Be nice if 7 Days looked like this, but to be honest, I'd rather 7 Days look like it does look and have the gameplay that it's got, because this hasn't really got any gameplay. I think I'm going to have to go down there and just wait the night out, guys. So should we call it quits there? We'll try and sort of see what happens next time I log on. If I log out here, say. It's that, or we actually sit here and wait. What do you want to do? Do you want to go back to 7 Days, or should we sort of survive, see if we can survive the night sitting here? You're right, Dayhawk. Dayhawk, I was watching the Pantheon videos. You're right, Greystrom. How you doing, fella? Thank you very much for Prey, bro. Thank you very much, dude. Am I still playing Kingdom Come? Yeah, I actually booted it up yesterday. I wanted to just do some basically some tweaks to some graphical settings and play about with a couple of reshade options, and I ended up spending 30 minutes pickpocketing people. I went on a pickpocketing extravaganza. I set myself a rule that I would only pickpocket for exactly 4 seconds. And actually learnt quite a lot. I kept going back to it actually cost me a few Grolshan, is it? I kept saving at that. What was it? What was the name of that place we went to? It was like the I don't know what it was. It was like a tavern, wasn't it? Where we hide the room in the middle at the top. So that's where we'd last saved before I went on that crazy killing spree. So obviously we've used that as the last save. I went downstairs, tried to do some pickpocketing, and actually did really well. I think I got 4 in a row. So I thought, cool, let's save. And then I got another 2 in a row, so I saved again. And then I ended up with 10 pickpockets, so my skills shot up like loads. And the only secret I had to it was I set myself, originally it was 3 seconds, and then I pushed it to 4 seconds for the rummage. And sometimes that game, and the other thing is you can pickpocket the same person twice. So don't pickpocket and try and grab everything. Pickpocket, grab the stuff that's closest to the door. So in other words, the exit icon. And I actually got some pretty cool stuff. I got a ring. I got some Grolshan. Oh, and I got the it was quite funny actually. I'll obviously mention it when we start the stream back up next time. Remember the lady, well, I'm going to guess the prostitute who didn't get paid by the client? I actually pickpocketed the client, and when I pickpocketed, I didn't realise it was him, but when I picked up, when I stole his Grolshan, I got the quest completed thing come up. So rather than going and talking to him and asking him for the money and confronting him and all the rest of it, which is what I was going to do, I actually stole the money off him, and now I can go and I've not handed it in yet, so I can actually go and give it to the prostitute. So I thought that's brilliant, that's like a really nice way to complete the quest. And my sneak went up quite a lot as well, because I think what happens is it must do a stealth check and a pickpocket check almost simultaneously or something like that, because I noticed my stealth's gone up quite a lot as well. So if you quit the game not on a bed, then you'll not have to worry about coming back to carry on playing, and you can play another game knowing you left your guy to fend for himself. You just desert him on the riverbanks then, Zar. You're going to cook the roast dinner. What are you having? Feathers? What are you cooking, mate? Chicken? Lamb? Got roast pork today, have you, Divine? With this game, it looks like they put a lot of work into the map, but they lack the programmers to implement any logic. You might be wrong. It feels that way, doesn't it, Psychnosis? Yeah. Yeah, the Grummage Rummage. That's right, yeah. A bit of a style with the old Grummage Rummage now, Feathers. I like that. Yeah, not bad at all. Got the game running really nice. It's still going to struggle in the busier towns. The game's just really badly optimised, unfortunately. But well, should we call it a day there then, or do you want me to try and get into that town? Should we just see if we can survive one more night, guys? Let's give it a go. So I can't even fill my bottle in the water. It's little things like that, I've literally got this beautiful stream, straight river running behind me, and I can't fill my bottle up in it. Yeah, we'll give it a go, Hopkins. We'll see if we can... Definitely a tactic, get down to the water. Do you sort of see my point, though? About if they want us to sort of try and get them some good feedback, that they need to enable us to play the game at a level where we can do things, Just give me something that, I don't know, a club, like I said before, a spiked baseball bat, whatever, Spawn me in with that, so I could, I could have gone to the power station, smashed some zombies in the face, and actually, tried to do some looting. At the minute, I could hit this town, and don't forget this is a multiplayer server. So, I mean, even worse, and even more reason to do what I'm suggesting. If I go to Old Town now, Old Sage Town or whatever it is, and someone's already been there, there's not going to be any loot there. So again, even harder for me to provide any constructive feedback, really. They've got to get rid of the zombies, though. They have to just... How can you have such an acceptable-looking game? And it is acceptable. I don't think anyone's going to deny... What the hell? What just happened then? Why did it suddenly just go pitch black? What happened then? Even the night sky is pretty sweet. View distance is really nice. Performance is a little bit over, up and down, but it's not too bad. The dark nights are nice. And then have those zombies. Do you think like one of the team? Do you think they're like divvied up, like roles perhaps? And someone was told to go and make the zombies, and they're just really bad. They're just not very good. Whereas everybody working on the environment and stuff managed to come up with something that was at least A-okay. Yeah, exactly, Zar. If you want feedback, you've got to give us something to play, haven't you? So something to actually do. How come the light isn't on? Is it just really, really dim? Nearly crit out. We've nearly survived the night. Although it's weird, because I thought it was getting light a minute ago, and now it's all gone dark again, so... I'm not entirely sure what's going on at the minute, bro. I did, sorry, Dayhawk, yes, I did. I watched the Pantheon vids, yeah. Still got big worries, mate. And especially when I started digging around and looking at how little interest there is on YouTube, Dayhawk. I mean, that video with the developer, if that had been for any other game, mate, it would have had like 500,000 freaking views, dude. There just doesn't seem to be enough. You know, you're looking at it from quite an insular perspective, aren't you? Because you're in it, you're in the forums, you're watching it, you're invested in it. But as an outsider, when I started Googling around and looking for Pantheon, it's almost like there's just no interest in it, dude. It's just the people that have already signed up for it, and I just don't know if that's sustainable, Dayhawk. That's what worries me. I'm going to be honest, the crafting video went on for 40 minutes, and it really didn't tell me anything either. It literally just sounded like a crafting system, like every other game out there. There was nothing that I felt really set it apart. And the other thing I was really worried about, Dayhawk, most of the stuff was we're thinking about it, or it's in discussion, or you know, it's something we intend to look into. So yeah, I mean, you know, it's great that you can either craft, you know, you can be a craftsman, or you can be an adventurer. Either way are viable, or you can do a bit of both. Well, it's not exactly revolutionary, is it? But I was really surprised at how many videos had almost unique content for that YouTube channel, and yet hardly any hits. You know, just sitting there. You know, a really good, really well done interview with one of the devs, and it's just a dead YouTube video. But yeah, you know, fingers crossed, mate. You know, you very much super positive about it. I'm super far from positive about it, but I still will be playing it, mate. As long as they bring it in at a reasonable price and I can get access to it, I will play Pantheon. Absolutely guarantee it, mate. And unless it looks really janky, in which case I just won't bother. But they've already won me over, so don't think of this as me talking overly negatively. It's just I just don't know if it's got enough to pull in fresh blood. And an MMO needs fresh blood. It always needs fresh blood. You're looking at getting a PC, just don't know enough about them, Tradey. Join us on our Discord, we can help you out, mate. Plenty of us know a fair old bit about the old PCs. Did you not sleep, Feathers? Is that because you were having fun? Or are you just, did you have a bad night, mate? See, look at that, it's nice, isn't it? I mean, in all honesty, that is a pretty nice vista. You know, I'm not... Can I actually put it away from here? What's that even count as? Wind up. I think you have to put it like that, don't you? Yeah, I'm willing to say that is not bad at all. Yeah, but if that's all we've got, then it's not enough, is it? But there's a house over there, which unfortunately I can't get to because I can't swim. You know, nothing at all more of an Xbox game. I've been watching Grim for a while. I thought I want to get in on this action. Let's have a quick look. So that's the power station again, isn't it? Wait, is this the road here? I'm just trying to stay away. I think it's still classed as night time, so I don't want to suddenly have to run away from the zombie. Have you got? So if you played, so presumably then, Hopkins, you've played the Xbox version of 7 Days. Is that what you were saying? Can hear one. Two. One there, and there's one up there. Look. Yeah, that music is annoying. annoying, isn't it? You're right. Weird dreams. You kept dreaming you're working through some new computer system at work. And then the cat's jumping on your face. Ah, damn it. Let's get out of here. Okay, to move slowly. Is this another bus shelter, do you think? Searched for items, but found absolutely nothing. Well, that's still going the right way, right? Yeah, because the power station's on our left. So the town is actually just up here. I think it swings around over... Oh, shit. That's me screwed. Oh, God. See what I mean? There's nothing you can do to stop him, is there? Once she's on you, she's on you. Just, I haven't got any tools at my disposal to get her to go away. I'm gonna get a stealthy McStealth, you know? Do you reckon I can somehow cheese her through the rocks? It'd be dangerous, that, mate. Oh god, jeez, I just jumped at my own shadow. Oh my god, I literally just jumped at my own shadow. Oh my god, that is like proper just, oh dude. It's like that horror, you know, when you get that like prickly, tingly feeling all down your arms. I looked around, I saw my own shadow. I thought it was her, like about to eat my face. Shit. Well, actually, the zombie path thing's not that bad, is it? To be fair. Oh, too fatigued to jump. Oh no, bro. Can't move. To run. Ooh, so close to getting to the town as well. It's just, I can't do anything. It's bad game design, isn't it? You know, you're always going to get in a situation where the zombie's on you, right? But what am I actually supposed to do now? You know, we've been playing for an hour and a half. I haven't found anything. I'm just going to try and kill myself now. See what happens. Will they follow me down? Or what the hell just happened then? I don't know what just happened there. You're going to try and fall down? It's hydration, isn't it? I'm super thirsty. Hydration per portion, what? Sit here. Alright, I take it all back, alright? I was trying to find a positive, right? Now, one of two things are going to happen here. I'm going to move forward and fall off and break both my legs, or we'll be able to cheese around the side of this. Almost like there's an invisible... See if we can lose them. We might have lost them, guys. Genuinely don't know how to know when it's daytime. Can we actually see the sun? Could be a while yet, couldn't it? God damn. That was amazing, wasn't it? You see that? That was proper skills there. Proper skills, mate. You watch Game Edge playing a game called Escape the Pacific. Still very early, but it piqued your interest. Let's have a quick... what I'll do is I'll have a look and I'll save it for later, mate. Oh, hang on, I think... Have a quick look. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, so sorry, I thought this was one I'd seen, mate. No, I don't think I've seen that one. I'll have a check on that properly. Any good then, Stripe, yeah? As in piqued your interest enough to think about actually buying it, or? Let's go and have a little. Let's go and have a look. Cheeky, peeky, breaky. See, I don't know what to suggest to them with the zombies. I mean, either the zombies should catch up with you and eat you and kill you, or oh bollocks. Oh bollocks. God damn it. What a knobber. Got bloody another one after me now. It's just weird, isn't it, the way the whole thing works. Still coming after me. Can't seem to stop falling down for some reason. Where is it? You see that one up there? Jesus Christ, that draw distance is insane. There's actually, I'm just to the right of my reticule up there, look. Jesus. That is actually a really, really good draw distance. You can even see the animations playing out. Yeah, I tell you what, Pimp Assassin, there's something else that's coming out. I think there's something that Games for Kicks played a little while back. Then it reminded me of that, but it isn't. So, what's that down there? What's that green stuff? Oh, is that fireflies at night? That's kind of cool. Let's go and check that out. You're right, it's me. Do I jump back to Kingdom Come Deliverance or have a try of the new Stellaris expansion? Ah, Kingdom Come, dude. Yeah, I think they're little like fireflies. Though. That's kind of quite. Why is it gone so bloody dark again? Jesus Christ! 1 minute it's like. I feel like it's getting light, and the next minute it's bloody pitch black again. But we definitely can't swim, right? So we definitely don't want to be trying to get over there. Light is just shockingly bad, isn't it? I mean... Even if you wind it up, look how fast it dissipates. Look. That. It's totally breaking, isn't it? You've basically got to constantly be winding it, haven't you? Can't be by design, surely. Be a nice little place to start off there. I reckon you'd be reasonably safe, but there's no way I'm getting over there, and I don't think I'm getting back up either, guys. So I think we might be mullered here. Really, Tabs? Wow, dude, that's amazing. If you do, you should take some pictures, bro. I know, I think James posted up something on Discord, which was essentially, you know, famous landmarks in Bohemia as such from back in the day, and then sort of married them up with screenshots from in the game. It's quite interesting how well they've sort of captured the essence. I'm screwed because I can't get up, guys. Oh God. We have to go all the way around, I think. And we've actually gone past the town now. Too fatigued to jump. God damn it. Fists played, Pamela. It's supposed to have like a really big update. I'm still waiting for it. I don't think it's happened yet. In fact, are you there, Fist? Has that Pamela update happened? Yeah, in which case, even more reason not to have it then, Feathers. You know what I mean? If you're going to give me a torch, give me a bloody torch, you know what I mean? Don't give me a torch that's completely knackered. At least give me something. I mean, Christ, give me a torch so I can hit a zombie over the head with it, you know what I mean? Big bloody super heavy maglite or something. I don't know. Makes me wonder if I could actually jump across there, but I'm pretty sure that would be instant death with this game. Oh god, that's a problem. What do you reckon? Do you reckon I could try and jump? Can he actually run and jump? Oh, let's let him get his breath back. Second. It's not very much of a jump, is it? Horizontal distance covered there is very, very minimal. But then I'm on the wrong bloody side. But it's got to be easy going around there, right? Should we try it? Instant death. It leaves a lot to be desired, doesn't it? I mean, is it? I mean, I've played it for like what, an hour and 35 minutes. Probably what do you reckon? About 30 minutes of that time has just been sitting there at night because you can't do anything, and you see what happens if you do try and do something. It's a weird one. I just don't even know what to say about it. Let's get 7 days up, guys. So I will bring us back to this. Just bear with me 2 seconds, folks.